Skvortsov manually fly the Soyuz MS-13 from the aft port of the Zvezda service module. He will back away from that docking port to a distance of about 38 meters. He'll station keep. He'll perform a roll program to rotate the Soyuz. The crew will be taking pictures of the aft port of the Zvezda service module to make sure it is free of any debris before Skvortsov manually begins a translation to the zenith side of the International Space Station, where he will again station keep for a second time about 38 meters away from the Poisk module at the top side, or the space-facing side of the Russian segment of the station, before the green light is given by Russian flight controllers for Skvortsov to manually fly the Soyuz in for a docking to Poisk. Ready to take a short ride away from Zvezda for a redocking to Poisk. This relocation designed to accommodate the return on Monday night of the Soyuz MS-14 unpiloted spacecraft. All three crew members are required to be aboard the Soyuz vehicle for one of these relocation activities. In the unlikely event they would be unable to redock to their new docking port and would have to loiter in orbit until the issue would be resolved, or they would be forced to return home.
Выдали команду 634.
63400. Cook's open command has been sent, executed. Cook's closed message is no longer illuminated. Going to top of page 82. Copy. Standing by for report that mechanical capture message is no longer illuminated on display.
Soyuz hooks now driving open.
And you're going to start physical separation in manual mode on time. Copy.
Standing by for physical separation now of the Soyuz from the aft port of the Zvezda service module and the start of a 24-minute relocation procedure.
Physical separation confirmed.
The Soyuz has undocked, undocking occurring on time at 10:35 and 30 seconds p.m. Central Time as the International Space Station flew over southeastern Algeria. Now flying into an orbital sunrise.
Kinda hard to tell.
You can see the Soyuz backing away ever so slowly at the almost at the middle of your picture here. On the left is the Poisk module that will be the eventual destination for the MS-13 vehicle a short time from now.
Yes, that's R8 command. 8 command. AJC mode has done the trick. The docking interface is clear of any pod. Let's go to Rodaka. L1. Activating stabilization. Luke, can you confirm we're in Rodaka mode? Yep. We're in digital. Copy. Rodaka mode confirmed. And activating translation and controller.
Alexander Skvortsov, Luca Parmitano, and Drew Morgan getting a bonus ride on their Soyuz MS-13 spacecraft as it slowly backs away from the aft port of the Zvezda service module.
And I'm going to get the target in the center.
This view now from Soyuz MS-13 telemetry, looking right down the barrel of the Zvezda service module docking port.
Copy that, Alexander.
Выполняю зависание.
Station keeping.
Принято.
Copy.
And the brakes are on. Station keeping has begun.
Station keeping confirmed. Roll maneuver in progress. I have a very good visual on MRM2. And the current range is about 30 meters. Copy.
Разворот по крену выполнен. Выдаем.
Roll maneuver is complete. And we are ready to start probe extension. Copy. Probe extension command has been sent. Range is 32 meters, and I'm starting to fly around. Copy.
Устойчиво наблюдаю стыковочную ось.
I have a great stable visual of the target.
Все в норме. Принято.
Everything's nominal. I copy that, Alexander. Thank you.
Spectacular view of the Soyuz MS-13 beginning its fly around under the control of Alexander Skvortsov, the Soyuz commander. This view over Russian ground stations showing the view from the Soyuz spacecraft as it has initiated the fly around under the control of Alexander Skvortsov. And this view showing the cross-haired engineering camera on the Soyuz MS-13, almost in the center of the crosshairs, the docking port on the Poisk module. Skvortsov reporting a good visual on the docking port itself to Poisk as he fine-tunes the orientation of the Soyuz. There'll be another period of station keeping here momentarily before he presses in for final approach and docking.
We have 5 command in work. 065322. We have 5 command has been sent. Range is 32 meters. And we're starting the final approach, accelerating towards the station. Copy that, Alexander. Getting ready for station keeping. Copy. Copy. Thrusters are aligned. The target is practically dead in the center.
One more opportunity for station keeping to make sure that we have a precise alignment between the Soyuz and Poisk at the bottom of your screen. Skvortsov will reinitiate the final approach for docking a moment or two from now.
Copy.
And now pressing in again.
Скорость на сближение набрана.
Closing in. Copy. Standing by for contact.
Standing by for contact and capture of the International Space Station.
Standing by for contact, Moscow. We copy you. Standing by, Alexander. Contact.
Contact confirmed. And capture confirmed. Docking right on time at 10:59 p.m. Central Time, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, as the International Space Station and the Soyuz MS-13 flew just to the east of Beijing. The relocation successful under the control of Soyuz Commander Alexander Skvortsov. A new docking port now for one of the two Soyuzes at the International Space Station.
Translational hand controller, B8 command, in work.
And the docking probe has now begun to retract.